everybody. This is Heather Lockett with Lasting Conversations, and this is episode 128. I'm 2.5 years into the journey of the Lasting Conversations podcast. And as this season is in the eclipse, is in spring awakening, I have mentioned quite a few times along the way that I could feel that there were some changes coming. Now we're all feeling so many changes. And for me personally, I think this might be the end of the current iteration of Lasting Conversations podcast. I have been enjoying so many different people along the way. And of course, during my travels, I get to spend precious moments as Spirit calls to stop and show off a beautiful setting and let the message just come on through. So now that I'm in the end of March and in this spring awakening time, I keep getting reminded that it's time for me to try something completely different. As we talked about this whole year, especially the last part of this year, where I thought I'd be setting up a home and having life as I knew it, completely shifted. And all of our lives right now, in some fashion, is completely shifting as our planets and our very universe is shifting in so many dynamic ways. And yes, so many scary ways and so many fantastic ways. And here is our opportunity for the jump point and the lessons of our heart. And I will always go back to taking a deep breath and finding our hearts and being still and being in community and finding the joy spaces and finding the people along the way. This is why I'm going to go ahead and say the podcast of Lasting Conversations in its current form is going to be transitioning into something completely different. And I don't even know exactly what that is, but I know it does still have to do with children and community and knowing that we do have a very bright future. And so that my choice of knowing that there is hope on the horizon and there's always hope and there's always love. And I'm constantly shown the differences, people that are remaining frustrated and in fear all the time. And if they can find their own heart to know that they're not alone and there is another path. But what I keep also getting shown are the amazing people that are already with boots on the ground, living lives on purpose, with joy, and where there are gentle men in their strength, being very supportive and loving and in guidance. And the men and the women and the children and elders and everybody along the way, I'm always team human, team the spirit of humanity, of our hearts. I'm also, I'm team unicorn. I'm team unicorn. And those are mystical beings. Whether they're real or not, they're real to us. They're real to the children. They're real to so many people. They add joy and color to the world. They add a joyful noise to the world. And one of those moments that was so dear to me, I just found, you just can't make this stuff up, was when our beautiful NASA astronauts that had been out in space, traversing the universal karmic and celestial particles for months and months and months on end. Then they splashed down in the Gulf waters off the coast of Florida this week. They were greeted by no less than a big pod of dolphins. And it's magical to watch if you haven't seen that footage, because it was like heaven and earth coming together and the dolphins were greeting them. And I'm sure that in their own way, with the cosmic messaging that dolphins have, whatever the astronauts were experiencing up in those cosmos stars, it was all blending together. And that, to me, was just a beautiful, beautiful thing, because animals, nature knows what it's doing. And once again, if we can be really good shepherds to them and listen and know that they too are on this planet sharing their vibration and their love with us. So in these days, in these very tumultuous times, I'll say it again, to thine own self be true. And to go in your heart and pull on those threads to remember your joy and to remember peace and harmony. With so many brothers and sisters crying out and yelling for peace, as we know, it has been said so many different times in so many ways, peace begins within. And so that is our current and continuing invitation to find our own hearts. Because if we are if we're going against, is that helping? It might help for a little bit. But in general, if both sides are yelling and screaming, that's not exactly helping anybody. Now, I have a library of shows along the way that you're welcome to watch on YouTube. You're welcome to listen back to, because every step along the way have been nuggets and pearls of wisdom and journeys from beautiful people and messaging from source, all of which is here to be a help and a buoy and a conduit for connection and to connect with each other and to connect with our hearts. So in this time of March leading into April, I'm going to say farewell for now. I might not be going very far, but I'm here to have a bigger pause and to open the door of even more opportunity. And I appreciate all of you. And I look forward to seeing you around the corner. Have fun, everybody. Take care. Hold on to each other. Know your value and your worth. And know that these days do pass. And there is beauty where you find it. And remember your heart. This is Heather Lockett with Lasting Conversations. Thanks, everyone.